And we've got a foul that's going to stay here going against Nevaeh Asiasi.
You see Tamashiro there drawing the foul for San Marcos. I like that they have her in the starting lineup. She came into the week averaging 12.3 points per game in her last 3. Team that's trying to pick some things up offensively, and she should provide a spark on this end of the floor.
There's Tamashiro for 3. Off the front iron, rebounded by Nevaeh Asiasi. Here come the Golden Eagles. Asiasi finding Fuentes, and now Lily Bugs gets the offense set up. Pass inside to Fuentes is knocked away. Now Hetrick bringing it up for the Cougars. Pass to Tamashiro. Tamashiro going left, finding Hetrick now. And Hetrick with a left-handed drive, fouled on her way to the cup. She'll shoot 2. Asiasi picks up her second foul in the early goings.
And Rory Hetrick has a great offensive game for Cal State San Marcos. Good 3-level scorer. Great off the dribble. Can be a little shifty, then has that explosive first step. Big reason why she's the leading scorer for this group this year. Trying to get them on the board at the free throw line.
Hetrick in the last game for San Marcos, the loss to the number 3 ranked Cal State Dominguez Hills Toros. She had 25 minutes played, 11 points. Looking to get her first points of the ball game here at the free throw line. These two teams faced off 3 times last year, with each team winning once on their home floor. And the third meeting between these two schools was in the semifinal of the CCAA tournament, which Cal State San Marcos won 82-78 in overtime. Hetrick misses the second free throw. Golden Eagles into their offense. A quick 3-pointer off the back iron from Ronye Jackson. Battle for the loose ball. Hetrick picks it up. Hetrick trying to find some support. And we've got an offensive 3-second violation against Cal State San Marcos.
And Hetrick talking to her teammates there when she got into that double team down low, saying, I need some help. I think Camille Johnson was lagging behind the play a little bit. Could have filled in the corner on that 3-point line to try and get a little outlet there for Hetrick.
Amaya Fuentes' 3 no good and out of bounds. A team rebound credited to the Cougars. Cal State LA, this will be their final game of a 5-game road trip. They were blown out by Cal State Dominguez Hills to start the road trip before falling to San Bernardino by 5 and Cal Poly Pomona by 10. They then defeated Sonoma State in their previous matchup. Hetrick no good with the right, rebounded by Hodges, one of the best rebounders in the conference and the country. Sophia Fidelis kicking to a wide open Lily Bugs for 3, no good. A little bit of a cold shooting start for Cal State LA from 3-point land. Rose Morris will shoot a corner 3. That one's off the front iron. Hodges picks up the board, and Bugs will bring it the other way. Fidelis, a deep 3. That one goes. And Sophia Fidelis with 6 points. She's 2 for 3 from 3-point land.
3-point number is good across the board for this group. You look at attempts per game, 22 of them, second most in the CC2A, hitting at a 33% clip. Third best in the conference this year from beyond the arc.
Rose Morris unable to connect from 3-point land there. Cal State LA will take over. The Golden Eagles have appeared in the NCAA tournament each of the last 2 seasons for the first time in program history that they've made it to the tournament 2 years in a row. Camille Johnson with a steal, unable to get the mid-range jumper to go, gets her own miss, and can't finish the opportunity inside. Sophia Fidelis pulls up from deep and knocks it down. She's 3 of 4 from three-point land, and it's a 13-1 start for Cal State LA here at the Sports Center. So a timeout taken by Jana Pearson. And we will take that timeout as well. We'll be back in just a moment here in San Marcos. We're back inside the Sports Center. Cole Mears alongside David Gentili. It's 13-1. Cal State LA on top of Cal State San Marcos. What have you seen so far in the early goings here, David?
A really confident Cal State LA team, and I think it comes from finding their groove once again from the three-point line. You look at those 3 straight losses they had. They shot 21%, 29%, 15% from 3. The last game against Sonoma State in the win, back up to 35%. They're rolling that into a good start, getting some good looks on the offensive end here. And there is a lid on the hoop right now for San Marcos. We haven't talked about it much with this LA team so far. They defend the interior really well. 3rd most blocks per game in the country. So you think about that on top of how many shots you affect, not even needing to block them. They are really good at both ends of the floor.
Fuentes is 3 off the mark, rebounded by Beal. Caitlin Beal freshly subbed in for San Marcos. And Rose Morris all the way to the basket, blocked by Lily Buggs. Cal State LA were ranked as high as number 23 in the national rankings earlier this season. Hetrick mid-range jumper rolls in. And the Cougars have their first field goal made of the day.
Rory Hetrick is really good from that mid-range and in at off-balance type of shots. If you need a bucket, you can always go her direction. But part of the thing for the Cougars this year and why they've struggled is they haven't really been able to get a second score consistently going. But any given game, they're going to be leaning a lot on Hetrick offensively.
Foul called on Camille Johnson there. Ranye Jackson was fouled, but not in the act of shooting. So the Golden Eagles will have it underneath the basket here. Jackson to inbound. Fidelis driving right. And Fidelis is fouled by Rory Hetrick. That's going to be Hetrick's first personal foul, and Fidelis will go to the line to shoot the first free throws of the day for Cal State LA.
Nice little shake. First step to get by Hetrick, who had to play catch-up. She's a pretty good shot blocker in her own right for San Marcos defensively, so does have the ability to do that. Second most blocks on the team with 11 so far this season.
Fidelis unable to connect on her first free throw. She had 22 points in the win at Sonoma State last time out. Went 5 of 10 from three-point land in that game, and today already 3 of 4. She makes the second free throw. It's 14-3. Golden Eagles lead here.
Just another in a long line of very good guards. You think about Nicole Flenoff for this group last year. Most threes made in CC2A history. Well, I'll tell you, Torino Johnson has done a really good job with this group. You mentioned the back-to-back regionals, and that's a big reason why, even losing the prolific scoring of Flenoff, they were still picked to win the league this season.
Torino Johnson in his 6th season as the head coach of the Golden Eagles. Morse will inbound, and it's a 5-second violation. Another turnover forced by the Golden Eagles there. Torino Johnson, a longtime coach at Palisades Charter High School, won 4 CIF championships there, and now here at Cal State LA, building a very strong program. Here's a deep three from Fidelis. That one is just short. Now battle for the loose ball. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Golden Eagles. Just about 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 14-3, Cal State LA on top. Tamashiro. Inside to Slover. Slover back out to Tamashiro for 3, and the Cougars have knocked down their first three-pointer of today's ball game.
Tamashiro was ready to shoot that ball. Once she made the entry pass, quick kick back out, a confident look. We talked about her scoring and somebody that they can look to get it going. Big hit to try and get the lid off the hoop here for San Marcos.
Lily Bugs to answer. That one short, but tipped all the way out to Fidelis. Fresh 20 seconds for the Golden Eagles. Mid-range jumper is good. That was Ronye Jackson. She had 6 points in her last outing against Sonoma State. A 10-point lead for the Golden Eagles. Rose Morse pulling up for 3. No good, and Hetrick is going to get called for a loose ball foul as she was fighting for that rebound with Ronye Jackson. Jade Ramirez and Luca Lowenberg enter the ball game for the first time for Cal State San Marcos. Mary Cotton in for the Golden Eagles. Here's Cotton in the post, trapped. But she finds Fuentes, and Fuentes is able to finish with her right.
Really small lineup on the floor right now for San Marcos defensively, and you're looking at Cotton, who's 5'11", you're looking at Fuentes, who is 6'4" for this LA group. They should be able to get some good looks inside against a guard-heavy rotation here for the Cougars.
A 12-point lead for Cal State LA. 10 seconds on the shot clock, and that ball is knocked out of play. San Marcos possession underneath the basket. Cougars are 7-1 all-time here at home against Cal State LA and have taken 9 out of the last 10 meetings between the two programs. Destiny Okonkwo checks back in for San Marcos. Slover setting up Tamashiro for 3, and she's blocked by Fidelis. Fidelis leaking out, and she's going to finish with the right hand.
Able to get it done there on both ends of the floor, flying out. You know Tamashiro's a good shooter, steps out, gets the block, hustles the other way. Might have taken a little bit of contact too. Really good play on both ends for Fidelis. She's off to a great start in this one.
A 14-point lead for the Golden Eagles. Slover finding Lowenberg. And we have a whistle here. They're going to take a couple seconds off the shot clock, so only 9 seconds left now on the shot clock for the Cougars to work with. And a careless turnover there. Cal State LA will take possession the other way with 45 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
This is a team that can get fast shots. You got, 15-second differential between game and shot here. They could go 2 for 1.
There it is, the 2 for 1. Amaya Fuentes knocks down a 3, and it's ballooned up to a 17-point lead for the Golden Eagles. Jade Ramirez trying to go to work on Lily Bugs. That one knocked away, and it was last touch by a Cougars player. So the Golden Eagles take over possession with 23.5 seconds to go in the first. Sophia Fidelis over to Fuentes. Lily Bugs. Here is Fidelis on the outside. Under 10 seconds to work with. Driving right, finding a wide open Bugs in the corner, and she knocks it down. A 20-point lead after one for Cal State LA here in the Sports Center. We will be right back here on Flow Sports for the second quarter of action.
Mr. Congo, Nike, Signature Championship ring, and Demon Philly.
Welcome back inside the Sports Center for the second quarter between the Cal State LA Golden Eagles and the Cal State San Marcos Cougars. My name is Cole Mirza alongside David Gentili. It is a 20-point lead for the Golden Eagles here as we begin the second quarter.
Lori Hetrick on the bench right now for San Marcos. She plays hard on both ends of the floor, but can't get into foul trouble because of that. So she's having to sit. Hetrick with 3 points so far. Tamashiro with the other 3 for San Marcos. So we'll see where the offense comes from with this unit on the group. Rose Morse has been doing some good things, putting up some good lines, not necessarily super efficient the last couple games, but I think you look to her as your top scorer with this 5 out there.
Amaya Fuentes called for a quick foul. She now has 2. She'll take a seat. It will be interesting to see where the scoring comes from with this Cal State San Marcos group on the floor. Tamashiro on the wing. Under 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. And that one is ripped away by Sophia Fidelis and quickly thrown ahead to Bugs. Ranye Jackson driving in and fouled on her way to the cup. And the Golden Eagles have a chance to extend the advantage at the line.
I like what Cal State LA is doing. Very quick offense. You can tell a lot of the guards on this team see the floor pretty well, making some long passes, cross court, skip it over to the weak side, and then the vision to get inside and earn a trip to the free throw line.
First free throw is good from Ranye Jackson. Jackson in her second season with LA out of Westchester High School. Second free throw attempt, no good. And we've got a foul as Lowenberg tracked down that rebound. Ranye Jackson picks up a personal foul. Rose Morse bringing it up for San Marcos. Here's Lowenberg. Tamashiro now on the perimeter, back to Morse. Morse inside for Okonkwo. And Okonkwo working to her right and finishing.
Doesn't typically take a lot of shots for San Marcos, but she has some good footwork in the post. You saw it right there. Took the pass, kept on going. Drop step to get that finish for San Marcos. And tracks down the miss here. Really good rebounder for this group as well.
Cougars down by 19. Morse coming off a screen set by Slover. Now Slover back to Morse. Inside to Okonkwo. Okonkwo stood up that time. Great defense there from Olivia Hodges. And quickly ahead, well, we've got an offensive foul this time called against Cal State LA.
Mary Cotton trying to get positioning underneath for LA and just knocked into Rose Morse before that 3-point and 10-point up.
Cal State San Marcos coming off a historic season in which they made an appearance in the Final Four last year. Rose Morse with the left-hand drive and a left-hand finish. Ashanti Diaz checked into the game for the Golden Eagles. Cougars setting up in a matchup 2-3 zone, it looks like. Mid-range jumper from Mary Cotton off the mark, rebounded by Lowenberg. And we've got an offensive foul this time, an illegal screen called against Rose Morse. Possession taken over by the Golden Eagles.
Saw Morse get downhill a moment ago. Janet Pearson telling me you could tell early on that she's somebody who has some really good leadership qualities, working to get the young players on this team up to speed. Talked about the success that San Marcos has had the last couple of seasons. They only have 54 of their points back from a year ago. Of course, all that with Renee Jimenez in that Final Four group. Then working that up to taking the job at UC Santa Barbara. We're seeing it at all levels of college athletics this day and age. Things can change in a hurry, and right now this program is back to trying to build and get back to that level that they've been at in the past.
Diaz finding Bugs in the corner. Bugs pull-up mid-range jumper is short and rebounded by Rory Hetrick. Rose Morse pulls up and knocks down a mid-range jumper. The Cougars have cut the lead down to 15 points.
And San Marcos is good when they can get going in transition because this is a guard-heavy group. How do you do that? First, you have to get stops on this end of the floor. And so far, the Golden Eagles 0 for 2. And they're going to turn it over once again here in this second quarter.
That is just the fourth turnover of the ball game for Cal State LA. That is an area of concern coming into this one for the Golden Eagles. They average just about 20 turnovers per game. Kiara Walter called for the arm bar. Walter, a graduate of Mission Hills High School, was the San Diego Section Player of the Year last year. She comes back home to play this ball game.
Picking up full court that time. That was a smart play by Rose Morse. Once you have that little bit of contact, just continue to ride it out, and deservedly picking up the foul.
Slover short on her three-ball attempt. Walter picking it up and going coast to coast with it, and she finishes through the contact. Kiara Walter off to a nice start here in today's ball game.
Smart play there, going coast to coast. Read the defense. There were a lot of Cougars in the area, but nobody stepped in front to stop the basketball. So Walter keeping it going, and much needed bucket here for Cal State LA, their first of the second quarter.
Walter completes the three-point play. Lead back up to 18 for LA. Hetrick driving right. Jump stop. Tosses up an off-balanced jump shot and gets the foul call. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Ranye Jackson called for her second personal foul of the ball game. Jana Pearson in her first season as the head coach for Cal State San Marcos. Was previously at Westmont for the past 3 seasons as an assistant, and also served as an assistant at the University of Northern Colorado for 3 seasons. Hetrick unable to connect on either one of the free throws, but a nice job for San Marcos cleaning up the offensive boards and putting that one away.
Yeah, Lyric Richardson only averaging about 7 minutes a game. Not a big-time scorer for this group, but she has racked up some good rebounding numbers a couple times this year. And we talked about this being a guard-heavy group. You've got Okonkwo down low, gives you that good post presence. But Richardson at 6 feet tall, trying to contribute to the depth of this team, can carve out a spot if she can start to work in some consistent minutes here for San Marcos. And always helps to have some more length down low.
Offensive board for LA, but Lyric Richardson rejecting the putback opportunity. Here comes Rory Hetrick. Ball knocked away, and it'll stay with the Cougars with 21 seconds on the shot clock. Mariah Blake into the ball game for the first time for the Golden Eagles.
Cougars with 2 made field goals in the first quarter. They've already got 4 on a 4-6 start here in the second. And they'll turn it over here on a 5-second violation. I was just going to say, when they're taking care of the basketball in this quarter, they're continuing to get some good looks, settling in, and starting to get some stops on the other end as well. Look at that 5 for 11 start from 3 for Cal State LA. We're almost halfway through this second quarter. 0 for 1 from downtown. So some good defensive adjustments for San Marcos.
Nice dump in by Buggs to Blake. That's Blake's first 2 points of the day. And Rose Morris fouled as she was crossing half court. Foul goes on Kiara Walter. And the Cougars will be in the bonus for the remainder of this second quarter.
And a couple of these are just simple fouls on plays where you didn't really need them, picking up on full court, little bump, something like that. So San Marcos, one way to cut into a deficit. Take your shots at the free throw line. They're shooting 67% as a team this year.
Morse had 11 points in the last ball game against Dominguez Hills. As she knocks down that free throw, she's up to 5 points today. 16-point lead for the Golden Eagles. Fidelis, a deep 3. Too long. Lyric Richardson rebounds and is fouled by Ashari Cassell. So Lyric Richardson, the junior, will head to the free throw line. After the media timeout, we'll be right back. It is 32-16. Cal State LA leads Cal State San Marcos here on Flow Sports. A much better start to this second quarter for Cal State San Marcos. They are 4 for 6 from the field in this second quarter compared to just 2 for 15 that they shot in that first quarter. Lyric Richardson is at the line shooting 2 to try and cut into this 16-point advantage that Cal State LA has built up. Richardson good on the first attempt. A transfer from Stanislaus State, where she spent the last 2 seasons. And she is able to go 2 for 2 from the line. A 3-2 zone look, or a 2-3 zone look from Cal State San Marcos. Fidelis kicking out to Cassell. Cassell driving in and fouled. Foul on Lyric Richardson. That is her second personal. Cassell going to the line to shoot 2.
Good example for Cal State LA of how to attack a zone. It's actually taken some of the three-point air out of the Golden Eagles at this point, but you drive in, skip it across one direction. I think defensively for San Marcos, Richardson was in good position defensively and had the size advantage on Cassell. Didn't really need to step in as far as she did. Could have held her ground. But I like the adjustment from Cal State LA trying to attack this zone. It's looking good, but the shots aren't falling at the same clip. So that's how you know it's a win for San Marcos here in the second. And again, they're getting a lot of trips to the free throw line.
Camille Johnson at the line as the Cougars are in the bonus. First free throw knocked down.
I'm happy to have Johnson back. She missed 4 games early in the season, now starting to build her minutes back up. Good scorer to complement Hetrick. And well, at the free throw line, she's been really solid as well. 22 out of 27 coming in, 85% for her San Marcos career after spending a couple seasons in the league at Sonoma State.
Lily Buggs pulls up, mid-range jumper short. Lyric Richardson, another rebound. Maddie Leyva, freshly subbed into the game for Cal State San Marcos. Lead is just 13 now for the Golden Eagles. And another foul. This one called against Ashari Cassell, the transfer from OCC. And it will be another couple of free throws for Camille Johnson.
Trying to pinch in on a trap and just reaching in. And again, San Marcos more time at the free throw line. That one will rattle out from Camille Johnson, but this is a good formula for trying to chip away at this deficit. I think the message from the LA bench right now has to be, hey, don't give away those easy fouls. Make them beat us in the half court.
Johnson 0 for 2 from the line. Rebounded by Rory Hetrick. Cougars another chance. Morse for 3. Knocks it down, and the Cougars all of a sudden down by just 10 points.
Little look off to the right with Maddie Leyva in the area. Looks like we might have a technical foul here. Let's see if we can get confirmation of what happened there on the live stats, but it's a good look for Morse when she gets her feet set. Really solid shooter for San Marcos, just to look off to buy herself a little more time. Knock that thing down on the second effort, but that starts with the hustle of Rory Hetrick underneath on the missed free throw.
Fidelis going to work on Leyva. Now trapped by Okonkwo and Leyva, but finds a way out. Kicks it to Cassell. Cassell to Buggs. Back to Fidelis for 3, and she is automatic. 4 of 7 today from beyond the arc.
Big time hit, first 3 of the second quarter for Cal State LA, and that was not an open shot. Maddie Leyva, actually a pretty decent defense, got a hand up, but that's what makes Fidelis so special for Cal State LA.
Johnson called for an offensive foul. Olivia Hodges sacrificing her body. Big momentum swing for Cal State LA as they knock down a three and then work defensively to get a charge. So Sophia Fidelis brings it up with 3 minutes to go here in the first half. A 13-point lead for the Golden Eagles. Now an opportunity inside, missed. Hodges is going to be fouled as she was able to pick up the loose ball. Cal State LA in the bonus. Brooklyn Giles into the game for the Golden Eagles for the first time today. Hodges, the last time out in 30 minutes, had 8 points and 23 rebounds, 10 of those rebounds being on the offensive end. Her third season with LA out of Pasadena High School. Ranks 9th in the nation with 11 rebounds per game this season.
She had a 21-board game against San Bern back on January 2nd. 5 straight games with double-digit boards between late November and early December. High-volume rebounding, it's what she does really well for this group. Scoring will kind of come and go, but she definitely gets it done on that end. Also good shot blocker.
Morse inside to Okonkwo, spinning left, and a great post move by Okonkwo, finished with the left hand.
Nice flash by Destiny Okonkwo against the zone. Hodges sitting and staying deep, quick and decisive on the move. That's going to be a travel on this end.
Just the 5th turnover of the day for the Golden Eagles. They've done a nice job protecting the basketball to this point. San Marcos down by just 12. Rose Morse. Jump stop, finding Maddie Leyva for 3. It's knocked down, and Maddie Leyva has her first bucket of the ball game.
She's a shooter for this group. Just about every shot she's taken this year from downtown. Did a good job reading Morse on the drive, being ready to shoot in position. I like the confidence that these San Marcos three-point shooters have. They know their spots, no hesitation to knock it down.
Lily Buggs misses the mid-range jumper. It's rebounded by Okonkwo, and Morris will bring it the other way. San Marcos trailed by 21. They're down by just 9 here late in the second quarter. Tamashiro for 3. Doesn't go. LA picks up the board and bringing it the other way. Cassell is fouled. And Cassell will go to the line. Casey Slover called for the foul. Her first personal.
That's fortunate for Cal State. LA got away with a push-off, clearing out some space, extending that arm bar against Tamashiro, but trying to settle some things down a little bit on what's been a really good run for Cal State San Marcos. I think Cal State LA is still getting good looks, just haven't really settled in from 2-point range so far in this game. I think if they can play a little bit inside out, they've had some kick-out passes that have led to some open three-pointers and try and get back to some of that range shooting that got them going early in this one.
Hodges gets the O board, but Buggs not able to make it useful. A 10-point lead for LA. Maddie Leyva over to Slover. And we've got a foul called on Sophia Fidelis. Or I should say, actually, that's going to be on Giles, Brooklyn Giles. Her first personal of the ball game.
We talked about San Marcos and getting things going from the free throw line. The other thing it allows you to do for a team with a lot of good shooters is just see a couple of buckets go in. And for this group that was 2 for 15 in the first quarter, 6 points. Second quarter, they've now got 24 points on 7 of 10 floor and 8 out of 12 from the free throw line in this frame.
Sophia Fidelis with an ankle breaker, but can't pay it off. Cougars bringing it the other way. Lowenberg for 3. Off the mark, rebounded by Tamashiro. Luca Lowenberg, right-hand drive. No good, rebounded by Okonkwo, and she is fouled as she puts that one back up. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, their biggest interior defender, Olivia Hodges, was on the move, so she ended up a little bit outside the paint, and it was Okonkwo against a couple smaller guards. Nice job by San Marcos extending that possession with a couple offensive rebounds. Now a chance for some points at the line once again.
Okonkwo, one of the conference's leading rebounders, averaging over 8 rebounds per game. In 27 minutes, last time out, she had 8 points and 9 rebounds. Goes 1 for 2 from the line on that trip. San Marcos have cut the lead down to just 7 points for the Golden Eagles. There's a steal, and Hodges, I think, is going to be called for a foul here. Hodges still down. Lowenberg also still down. Hodges now back up.
So Hodges was down for a moment. Looked like she's able to get back up to her feet pretty quickly. Still checking out Lowenberg right now for San Marcos. Driving in that time, trying to find that kick-out pass, but San Marcos had the seam pretty well covered. You're going downhill, then you got a pass that's going against your momentum. Again, this Cougar zone has been solid in flipping this game. Down 20 at the end of one. They've gone plus 13 here in the second quarter and are right in this thing. And guess what? They're going to head back to the free throw line. 14 free throw attempts already this quarter, 15 and 16 coming up here.
Cal State San Marcos in their last game against Dominguez Hills really struggled on the interior. They were outscored 60-26 in the paint. Dominguez Hills, obviously one of the best teams in the nation now at 15-0. And they force so many turnovers. The Cougars turned it over 28 times in that ball game. Today, just 9 turnovers so far, so they've done a little bit better in that category.
They talk about that matchup against the Toros, and they're facing consistent full court pressure. A lot of those were off of steals off the full court press and just layups once Dominguez Hills got going. Big interior presence for that group. Cal State LA does some good things on the interior, but more of a perimeter-oriented team to start. They want to be shooting a lot of threes and making a lot of threes. So a very big contrast in styles between what you see with the Toros and what you see with the Golden Eagles. And it looks like the officials are over here having another look at that one, maybe just to see if there was an upgrade or something else. Looked from what we saw live to me like it was just a good, well, I won't say good, but just a hard loose ball foul, a couple players going for it, and the kind of contact that's going to happen. I didn't see anything live that would make me think it's going to be upgraded, but we'll see what they come out with here. It's Marissa Cannon and Melissa Campanero having a look with Nate Crawford on the crew of 3 for this one. A really good flip in this second quarter for Cal State San Marcos, and some offensive balance as well. You've got Morse leading the way with 8, Okonkwo with 5. If you would have told me that San Marcos would be down 20 in the first, have a shot to cut it to 5 late in the second, I would have said, well, it's probably Rory Hetrick getting going, but she's actually just tied for their 3rd leading scorer so far in this one. But again, the balance, movement of the basketball, and taking advantage of Cal State LA, who's been a little over-aggressive, racking up the fouls. They have 12 fouls here in the second quarter, so that'll be something to keep an eye on too as this game goes along. Already 6 for Cal State LA with 2 fouls. Nobody's gotten to 3 yet, but foul trouble, something for this team who's got pretty good depth that we could see come up as this thing rolls along into the second half.
Yeah, those fouls have definitely helped Cal State San Marcos get back into this game. Cal State LA will look to be a little bit more disciplined on the defensive end. Well, looks like there has been no upgrade. It'll be Rory Hetrick going to the line to shoot 2 as Lowenberg had to exit the ball game. Hetrick knocks down her first attempt. She's now got 5 points. Two for 2 from the line. San Marcos down by just 5 now. Fidelis for 3. Off the mark. Bugs' tip is no good. And that is how the first half here in San Marcos comes to a close. It is 38-33, Cal State LA with the advantage. Here on Flow Sports, we'll be right back with the second half of action in just a few moments.
Play one-on-one with him.
Welcome back into the Sports Center for the second half of action between the Cal State San Marcos Cougars and the Cal State LA Golden Eagles. Before we get back into the action, let's just take a look at the out-of-town scores from around the conference. Cal Poly Pomona and Cal Poly Humboldt are in a close one right now up there in Humboldt. 28-27 Pomona leads. Chico State and CSUSB, Cal State San Bernardino, are also playing a close one. It's a 3-point game up there in Chico, just about ready to start the second half. Cal State Monterey Bay and San Francisco State are playing a close one. It's a 2-point game over there in San Francisco, 21-19. And then in Sonoma, up in Rohnert Park, it is the Sonoma State Seawolves trailing the Cal State Dominguez Hills Toros by 13. The score is 29-16. And as we get back into the action here in San Marcos, it was a tale of two quarters. The Cougars fell behind by 20 to end the first quarter. Cougars shot just 13% in that first quarter compared to the Golden Eagles shooting 55%. But the second quarter, everything flipped. Golden Eagles shot just 20% in that second quarter. Cougars shot 58%.
Big part of that was San Marcos switching over to a zone to start the second quarter. Thought Cal State LA continued to get some good looks, just didn't really look comfortable from 2-point range. Up 5 as we start this third. We'll see what they come out with if they make some adjustments into this third quarter.
Lily Buggs with a nice turnaround mid-range jumper. Buggs now up to 5 points. She is just 2 for 9 on the day. A cold shooting day for Buggs.
And from the moment she got to Cal State LA a handful of years ago, she was instantly one of the best players in this conference. 99th NCAA start for Buggs in this one. No substitute for that kind of experience, for that quality of a player.
Tamashiro knocks down a 3. That's her second 3 of the ball game, and she's got 6 points.
Big one for San Marcos to set a tone early, continue to chip away at this deficit. Tamashiro plays basically starter type of minutes off the bench for San Marcos, and she's had a nice start to this one.
Asiasi in the corner for 3. Not going to fall. And San Marcos will take over possession as the ball goes off of a Golden Eagle offensive player.
That's a good look for Cal State LA. You don't necessarily mind that one if you're San Marcos. Asiasi didn't shoot a 3 in the first half, just 5 out of 15 on the season.
Hetrick pulls up from the mid-range, buries it.
Working off his screen then for San Marcos, and Asiasi was always retreating. Hetrick had the space. She's good in the mid-range, especially without a good contest.
Buggs' mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Asiasi. Here's Fidelis for 3. Off to the right. Buggs picks up the O board. Cal State LA, one of the best rebounding teams in the country. Fuentes for 3. Off the mark, but Buggs with the O board, and she can't put it up and in. Okonkwo over to Morse. San Marcos a chance to take the lead here with Morse's 3, but it's no good. Olivia Hodges rebounds, and here comes Lily Buggs. Buggs inside to Fuentes. Fuentes fouled by Morse. That's the first foul here in the second half of play.
Fuentes is a tough player to match up against because of her size at 6'4", but she can also step out and shoot the 3. Just 1 for 4 to start this one, but you really have to be able to guard her at all 3 levels. That's not easy to do, and that's part of why San Marcos can have some success with the zone, because you don't need one player to chase out from the interior all the way to the 3-point line.
Fidelis, mid-range fadeaway jumper is short. Hetrick picks up the offensive board. Camille Johnson now back to Morse, and the San Marcos will set it up. Cougars 2 for 3 to start the second half. Hetrick all the way to the rim, but can't finish. Rebounded by Lily Buggs. She's now got 6 boards today. Fidelis. loses it. Tamashiro with the steal. A chance to tie or take the lead here for San Marcos. Okonkwo in the post. Spinning to her right, now back to her left. Can't finish. Tamashiro with the O board. She can't finish, and now we've got a scrum for the loose ball. Fidelis is able to win it and get it out. Here comes Bugs. Bugs spin move and finishes with a nice touch with the left hand.
Really nice there from Lily Bugs. Cal State LA, they're pressing a little bit offensively right now. They've been forcing up some shots, but anytime you can get that kind of look out of Bugs that close to the hoop, you'll take it. A needed bucket there.
Morse's three-point attempt, no good. Ball knocked out of play by Camille Johnson. LA ball. Casey Slover, Luca Lowenberg, and Caitlin Beal all enter the game for San Marcos. Ronye Jackson enters for the Golden Eagles. It's a 4-point lead for Cal State LA. Nevea Asiasi. Now here's Ronye Jackson. Lily Bugs. Inside to Hodges, not able to finish. Slover picks up the loose ball. Hodges is down behind the play, and we're gonna get a stoppage here so that the training staff can come out and have a look at Olivia Hodges, who seemed to take a blow on that last play.
She got a shot to the jaw. That's a couple times that we've seen some head hits in this one. Gonna help her back up to her feet. Still hands on the knees here. They are making a substitution, and it looks like it will be for Hodges as she's able to go ahead and take a seat.
It's Kiara Walter coming into the game for Hodges. LA just 2 of 10 to start the third quarter. San Marcos 2 of 6.
5 of 25 for the Golden Eagles in the last 2 quarters after starting this game 10 for 18. So still trying to shake off a little bit of rust.
Tamashiro knocks down another 3. And the Cougars down by just 1. Tamashiro with 9 points. Bugs for 3, and that's an answer. Back up to a 4-point lead for the Golden Eagles, and Lily Bugs has 10. Morse coming off a screen set by Slover. Inside to Beal. Tamashiro driving right. Kicking from Morse. And Morse and Slover were not on the same page. Walter takes it away. Bugs. Foul on her way to the cup. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. And that is going to be... That's going to take us to a media timeout here with 4 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's a 4-point lead for Cal State LA over the Cal State San Marcos Cougars here on Flow Sports. Tatum Tamashiro has heated up for San Marcos. She's made her last 2 3-point attempts. Cougars down by just 4. With just under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, Lily Buggs also heating up, now has 10 points. She'll be at the line shooting her first free throws of the night. Buggs, a 75% free throw shooter. Not a good looking stroke on the first one there. One for two from the line for Lily Buggs. An errant inbounds pass from the Cougars and a chance for LA to take advantage. Fuentes for three, short. Rebounded by Morse. Nice job by the Cougars to avenge the turnover.
If Cal State LA can defend without fouling, I think full court pressure is a good look for a couple reasons. One, because San Marcos has struggled against it this season. And two, the Cougars are doing some really good things in the half court. That would allow them less time to get off looks like you just saw there from Luca Lowenberg.
Cougars 10 for their last 19 shots. You bring up a good point, David. It may be time for LA to switch some things up on the defensive end. Tamashiro inside to Beal. Beal with the left. Short, rebounded by Buggs. Asiasi on the wing. Kiara Walter. Jump stop inside. And we've got a 3-second violation against Kiara Walter. Nice defense inside there by Rose Morse.
She hung back for San Marcos. How many times do you see somebody pick up a dribble in the key and the defender gets over-aggressive trying to go for a steal? Smart play by Morse there.
Asiasi with a nice steal but can't finish. Walter puts it away for the Golden Eagles, and the lead is back up to 7. And here is the full court pressure from the Golden Eagles as you forecasted, David.
And the other thing it does, you think about that game last time around against the Toros for Cal State San Marcos, it allows you to get your offense going with some easy buckets, short shots, just take it away and get right to the cup. And that time, San Marcos should have had a wide open layup there with the pass just off the mark after they broke the press.
Asiasi driving in and fouled on her way to the basket. It'll be 2 free throws coming up. Foul on Caitlin Beal, her first personal.
Fuentes in the area on that drive, just clearing out a little bit of space. So Beal trying to make up the space, ended up jumping in that time to Asiasi. It's that 2-player game. It's smart. It's an easy way to get yourself a close look. And now chance to extend this lead with some free throws.
2 for 2 from the line for Asiasi. Okonkwo checks back in for San Marcos.
It hasn't been pretty, but you got to give Cal State LA a lot of credit because they got up to that big start. They've taken a big haymaker since then, and the lead was down to as little as 1. They built it back up to 9. That's San Marcos and Rory Hetrick on the bench right now.
Tamashiro will inbound for San Marcos. 20 seconds on the shot clock after that kicked ball violation. Tamashiro for 3. In and out. Okonkwo aboard. Lowenberg hands to Morse. Morse driving right and had everything except for the finish there. Ball out off of Destiny Okonkwo. Golden Eagles take over.
It was a really tight angle for Morse. I thought she did well to get to the cup, but by the time she got there was off balance, couldn't really elevate. Moore had to try and flip the basketball up. I'll tell you what, I really like that look from Tamashiro off an off-ball screen earlier in that possession, and Destiny Okonkwo helping the Cougars extend it and get another crack at it.
Buggs with a missed 3. San Marcos trying to cut into this 9-point deficit. Morse mid-range jumper off to the left. Kiara Walter boards. Ball is quickly ahead to Lily Buggs, who charges through Rose Morse. Offensive foul. That's going to be Buggs' first personal. Maddie Leyva checks back in for San Marcos, the redshirt freshman guard out of Santa Margarita Catholic High School.
And Morse is a good defensive play for San Marcos. I think originally she was flying in possibly to go for a steal, but either way, attacking some things defensively and right in position.
Okonkwo cleans up the old boards. San Marcos down by just 7. Okonkwo now with 11 rebounds. Great pass inside from Asiasi to Buggs. Buggs with 13 points. Morse over to Slover. Slover driving to the left. And we've got a whistle and a foul called on Lily Buggs. That is her second personal. The Golden Eagles have done a lot better in this third quarter, not fouling. The second quarter, too many fouls, allowing San Marcos back into the game. Okonkwo kicking it out to Leyva for 3. Airballed, but rebounded by Slover, who can't get the finish. Shot clock did not reset. Slover puts it away. It's a 7-point advantage for the Golden Eagles. 13 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock here. Morse reaching in, called for a foul. That is the 4th team foul on San Marcos here in the third quarter. Next foul will put the Golden Eagles into bonus. Now just about 10 seconds separate the shot and game clocks.
Third foul on Morse, so she'll have to take a seat. Buggs was back to basket, spinning in some hot water. I like the look by Morse to go there, because if you take it away, you're probably getting a run out the other direction. Some fouls are bad fouls, some fouls are good fouls. I think that was a good go for it type of foul. This would be in the other category though.
We have a whistle and a foul on Camille Johnson. Lily Buggs will go to the line as the Golden Eagles are in the bonus. Buggs 1 for 2 from the line tonight. She's got 13 points, 5 of 16 from the field with 7 rebounds.
You talked about the level that Buggs was at since her freshman season, CCAA Freshman of the Year, 14.5 points per game, 15.3 as a sophomore, 13.2 as a junior, 13.4 here in her senior season. She's been one of the best guards in this league, if not the best guard, like we said, from just about day one, first time she stepped on the floor.
Asiasi beats the clock with a right-handed layup. And it's a 10-point lead for Cal State LA over Cal State San Marcos as we head to the fourth quarter here on Flow Sports. We are back inside the Sports Center. 10 minutes to go in this ball game. The Cal State San Marcos Cougars down by 10. Tatum Tamashiro leads the way for San Marcos with 9 points on 3 of 8 from three-point land. Rose Morris has 8 on 3 of 10 shooting from the field. Rory Hetrick also with 8. For Cal State LA, Fidelis has 15 points. She's 4 of 10 from the three-point land. Lily Buggs with 14 points on 5 of 16 shooting from the field. David, how can the Cougars get back into this one here in the fourth?
For San Marcos, they got to continue to get Tatum Tamashiro open looks from 3. Her last 2 have been halfway down and out. I think the next time she fires one up, it's going in. I think it starts with that offensively for San Marcos, and then on the defensive end, can you continue to cause some problems with this zone? But I like them running their offense to get open looks from 3. To Tamashiro, having her and Hetrick on the floor right now should help boost the offense as they try and chip away at this deficit.
Tamashiro in the corner knocks it down. That is her 4th 3 of the ball game. And the Cougars down by just 7 now. How will the Golden Eagles respond? Fuentes, Kiara Walter, over to Asiasi in the corner, driving baseline. Kicks to Fuentes, a 3 ball, and there is the answer. Lead back up to 10 for the Golden Eagles.
The ball's popping, the ball's movement, and it's the off-ball movement that sets up that open 3. Zone collapses on the inside. Nice job by Cal State LA leaving open options for 3. They're too good of a three-point shooting team to keep going at that 2 of 11 clip that we saw between the second and third quarters after starting 5 of 11 from the first. But we talked about it a little bit. Big part of that in this one is being without Gabriela Ronis. She's an absolute difference maker from downtown. Not dressed for this game, has missed a couple of the last games for this group.
Asiasi all the way to the rack with the right. Lead is up to 12 as the Cougars turn the ball over on their last possession.
And if you're going against this zone, if you're Cal State LA, you draw Destiny Okonkwo out, as we're going to see a push-off and an offensive foul here. You draw Okonkwo out. There's not really any other rim protectors on the floor for San Marcos. So if you can get that entry pass anywhere around the lane, get Okonkwo on the move, that frees up the lanes to go downhill for an easy 2. Struggled against this zone for a lot of this game, Cal State LA, but they're starting to pick that offense back up against it.
Camille Johnson has to take a seat. She has 4 fouls. Ranye Jackson airballs a corner 3. And Rose Morris trying to take it the other way. Ball goes out of play. Cougars will keep possession.
And that's what's interesting because, you know, whatever happens here today, you think about, okay, what do you take away from a San Marcos standpoint? How can you get after this team next time you play them? Zone with Ronis in the lineup, if she is able to come back for that game. She's a 54% three-point shooter. That's second best in the country. It's going to be a less attractive option than it would be against this Cal State LA outfit, but still a lot of good shooters for the Golden Eagles.
Tamashiro, another three. That is her 5th of the ball game. She's 5 of 10 from downtown, and it's now a 9-point lead for the Golden Eagles. Asiasi called for the travel.
That was what we talked about at the beginning of the quarter. Tamashiro continuing to get good looks. Fire away from San Marcos. She's hit her first 2 threes. First 2 attempts from 3 to start this 4th. How can they handle the press?
Morse getting it across the timeline. Jump stops. Finds Slover wide open for 3. No good. Tamashiro with the O board, but can't get the putback to go. Asiasi kicking to Ronye Jackson. Pull up mid-range jumper, misses everything. Here's Rory Hetrick, quickly the other way. Bounce pass to Slover, right-handed reverse layup, no good, but Okonkwo with the tip-in.
That was something special. Underhanded flip from Destiny Okonkwo. All starts with the Cougars attacking the basket. And Okonkwo on the offensive end. You know the rebounding is always going to be there. She's in double figures with boards. But getting 9 points, that's a nice boost. Liking what we're seeing out of Okonkwo underneath for San Marcos today.
Cougars down by 7. Big possession in this ball game. Hetrick up top. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hetrick ran out of space as Fuentes stood her up there. A travel called on Hetrick.
Walter, the on-ball defender. Fuentes also in the area. Neither overcommitting. There was nowhere for Hetrick to go. Good positioning, and they didn't overplay it. Some solid defense from Cal State LA.
Nevaeh Asiasi brings it up for the Golden Eagles. Olivia Hodges back in. Fidelis driving right, finding a wide open Asiasi in the corner, and she drains the corner 3. Asiasi up to 13 points in this one. Morse driving left. Lily Buggs, nice defense. Morse again, this time with the right. Good perseverance shown there from Morse.
Tracking it down after the block against a really solid defender in Buggs, but nice footwork in the post by Morse to set herself up for the layup. How about the look Cal State LA got on its last possession? Great find with that baseline zip.
Lily Buggs with the mid-range jumper. We've got a foul called on Olivia Hodges.
I thought based on the area first that was at Morse, and I was saying that no way she got her on the shot.
Hodges now with 3 personal fouls. Cougars down by 8. Just a little over 5 minutes to go in the ball game here at the Sports Center in San Marcos. Morse for 3. Too strong. Hodges with the rebound. That is her 10th rebound. Fuentes running the floor nicely, and Buggs finds her.
The timing of the cut from Buggs was immaculate. You start out wide, you get yourself in a position to slash hard, catch the basketball, find your teammate underneath. Some great transition offense there.
Tamashiro driving right, finding Morse open for 3. Rose Morse knocks it down. She's got 13 points.
What do we say about the Cal State LA 3 a couple possessions ago? The off-ball movement, really good there from San Marcos to set up the wide open look.
Cougars down by just 7. Buggs driving in, kicking to a wide open Fuentes in the corner for 3, and it's good. Fuentes now has 13 points.
Drive in, draw defenders in that area. That space is now vacated, and Fuentes smart to look down, recognize that she had an extra second to get set and fire away.
And Rory Hetrick with a great answer for San Marcos as she finishes through the contact. That's going to take us to a media timeout. Rory Hetrick will be shooting one free throw when we come back. It is Cal State LA 68, Cal State San Marcos 60 here on Flow Sports. Just about 4 minutes to go here at the Sports Center in San Marcos. Cole Mirza alongside David Gentili. It's been a very exciting matchup today between the Golden Eagles and the Cougars. Just 8 points separate the two sides, with Rory Hetrick at the line trying to complete a three-point play. And she knocks it down. Hetrick with 11 points. Sophia Fidelis driving right. She's fouled by Morse. Both teams doing a good job not fouling here in the fourth quarter. Still, each team with just 2 fouls in this fourth.
From Cal State LA's standpoint, defensively, they allowed the Cougars to shoot 16 free throws in the second quarter. Outside of that, San Marcos is just 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. Now, a big part of that for the Cougars has been getting their three-point shooting going, especially with Thomas Shiro in this fourth quarter, but some good adjustments by Cal State LA. Back off a little bit, not allow as many freebies.
Fuentes with a three-point attempt goes in and out. And then a battle for the rebound ends with Nevaeh Asiasi hitting the floor very hard. A scary moment here in the Sports Center. She's able to get back up to her feet under her own power. Some great toughness shown there by Nevaeh Asiasi.
Good to see her get up with the smile going back to the bench. Yeah, you mentioned it took a hard fall on the backside, maybe the lower back that time as she was coming through against Lyric Richardson, looking to go for that rebound. Didn't see anything extra there. Just a rebounding foul. She kind of jumped into the space that Richardson was looking to go to for the basketball, so got corralled a little bit on her way down. But even if they take a look at this, I wouldn't expect to see anything change. But such a hard foul that they probably will, and it's always good to make sure.
All right, so we will have a review for a potential upgrade on that last play. Just about 3.5 minutes to go here in the Sports Center. Cougars down by 7. In this fourth quarter, the Cougars 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. Cal State LA also shooting well in this fourth quarter, 5 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. Rose Morse with 4 fouls, as well as Camille Johnson with 4 fouls. So the Cougars have to be careful with each of those 2 players. Nobody in foul trouble just yet for Cal State LA. Olivia Hodges has 3. She's the only one on the Golden Eagles with 3 fouls. Tatum Tamashiro, 15 points, 5 3-balls tonight. Big day for Tamashiro. Rose Morse, 13 points on 5 of 13 from the field, and Rory Hetrick with 11. Destiny Okonkwo is 1 point away from a double-double. Lily Buggs with 14 on 5 of 17 from the field. She's also got 7 boards and 3 assists. Nevaeh Asiasi has come on strong in this second half. She's hit 3 out of her last 4 field goal attempts. She's up to 13 points on 5 of 8 from the field. Fidelis had that strong first quarter. She still has 15 points. And Fuentes has come on strong here late. She's got 13.
And however it goes down for San Marcos today, this has been one of their better offensive games of the season. You look at this group coming in, just 55 points a game. That's last out of 12 in the CC2A, bottom 20 in the country against a team in Cal State LA that defends really well. They have the 17th best field goal percentage defense in the country. San Marcos hitting 60 points for just the 4th time this season. So I think they've done a good job getting a lot of different players involved. We talked about it a little bit earlier. You can count on Rory Hetrick, give her a high volume of shots if that's the route you want to go. And then it 2 steps up and scores behind her. Well, Tamashiro's starting to emerge. Rose Morse has put up some good numbers. She's into double figures for, I believe, the 4th consecutive game now for Cal State San Marcos. And then Okonkwo putting up 9. Hetrick's only had to take 6 shots, so that's been a nice development here against, again, what is a pretty solid defensive team.
Certainly a very good showing offensively for Cal State San Marcos. And the way it started in that first quarter, a little bit concerning, but they've bounced back very well the last 3 quarters. First quarter, just 2 of 15 from the field for the Cougars, shooting just 13%. And they've gotten that field goal percentage all the way up to 38% on the day. And after the review, we've just been notified by the referees that it has been upgraded to an intentional foul due to excessive contact, David.
Didn't look like it was anything cynical, but it was a pretty hard hit. And going in on a rebound, I think the upgrade makes sense. After thinking about that play after we saw it, I think intentional foul is the right call there against San Marcos. So an opportunity here for Cal State LA to extend the lead, thanks to some hard charging in on the rebound. And the biggest thing, it was good to see Asiasi get up after taking that hard fall right away.
Certainly, that was a scary moment for sure. Glad to see Asiasi back up, and she looks to be just fine at the moment, but she will take a step aside and take a seat on the bench.
They're trying to figure out if they can get her back into the game here. And also thank you to the officials for keeping us posted on everything. Takes the guesswork out of it. Nate Crawford keeping us informed, working with Marissa Cannon and Alyssa Campanero. So it wasn't Fuentes who was fouled, but she's able to take the free throws here because Asiasi took the hit.
One of 2 from the line for Fuentes. An 8-point lead for the Golden Eagles. They keep the ball. Here's Lily Buggs initiating the offense. Wanye Jackson over to Fidelis, who can shoot from deep. Ranye Jackson open for three. Off the mark. Loose ball falls to Fidelis, who finds Amaya Fuentes for three. Off the back iron, rebounded by Lyric Richardson. Richardson now has 5 rebounds. Hetrick inside is blocked, but gets her own rebound and misses the layup. Tamashiro driving right. And she took some contact. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Most of the work for Tamashiro has come on the perimeter, but when you start making shots at the clip that she's making them at, you're going to get more attention out there. So recognizes that, gets downhill, and now gets a trip to the free throw line.
Tamashiro has taken just 8 free throw attempts this season. She goes 1 of 2 from the line there. Lead for the Golden Eagles down to just 7 points with 2 minutes and 42 seconds to go. San Marcos have won 9 out of the last 10 meetings between these two programs. Cougars are 7-1 here at home against the Golden Eagles all time. Tatum Tamashiro called for a kicked ball violation. 20 seconds back up on the shot clock for the Golden Eagles. And Tamashiro steals the inbound pass. Tamashiro lays it up but not in. Could have brought it down to a 5-point game. It's still a 7-point lead for the Golden Eagles. Fidelis driving right. And it's stolen by Hetrick. Fidelis trying to pass it to Asiasi. Hetrick on her way to the cup is blocked by Fuentes. And with under 2 minutes to go, or I should say actually it looks like they're going to get Fuentes on the foul. So Hetrick will go to the line to shoot 2 here. A chance to bring it within 5 if she can cash in both free throws. Knocks down the first. Hetrick now up to 12 points, and she is 6 of 8 from the line. Short on the second. Cougars down by 6 with 1 minute and 53 seconds to go. Foul goes against Tatum Tamashiro. That's her first personal foul. Jana Pearson gonna use a timeout here. It's gonna be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Just under 2 minutes to go. The Cougars down by 6. It's gonna be Golden Eagles possession, David. How can the Cougars scratch and claw their way back?
I think that's part of why they call the timeout. With late game situation, still a 2-possession game. I think for San Marcos, you've just got to stay committed to your defensive principles and then figure out what kind of look you want to get on the other end. So now that you're talking possession by possession, this is a good time for a timeout for San Marcos. But I think for the Cougars, stay active. We've seen Cal State LA, they got really good vision in the half court. They like to make some of those longer passes. Hetrick picking the last one off. And part of what they're doing, actually in that timeout as we see now, is coming out in a full court press. Hetrick's got to be careful, almost a foul there.
LA just gets the ball across the timeline. And they will slow it down to try to take off as much time as possible. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Bugs going to work on Tamashiro. Shot clock winding down. Mid-range jumper off the mark. Okonkwo rebounds. And the Cougars with a big offensive possession here. A little over a minute to go in the ball game.
Yeah, down 6, 70 seconds to go. Doesn't have to be a three-pointer. You've got time to work it here for a good shot.
Shot clock winding down. Hetrick for three, off the mark. Battle for the loose ball. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing in the direction of Cal State LA. And with 56.5 seconds to go, head coach Torino Johnson uses a timeout.
Straightaway three-pointer for your best three-point shooter in Hetrick, 42% coming in. That's a pretty good look there, I think, for San Marcos. Yeah, look at a lot of these games, and this team coming in 0-12 on the season, 0-6 in the CC2A. It's a question of how close are you to some of these good teams that you're facing, and San Marcos has shown some pretty good potential, but such a new group, pretty young group, just a matter of figuring out how to play together. And it has to be said, too, top to bottom, the CC2A, it's one of the tougher conferences in the country. You could probably put San Marcos in a ton of other leagues, and they would have picked up maybe 3 or 4 wins in league. But that's why the CC2A is a special conference, just because every night you're facing somebody that can give you some problems in a number of different ways, and that's not always the case anywhere you go at Division II.
Cal State San Marcos have suffered a number of close losses this year. Fell in a close one at San Francisco State. At Vanguard in a non-league game, lost by just 4. Lost by 3 at Sonoma State. And in another close one here again today. Lily Bugs will inbound. Fidelis to initiate the offense.
No fouls to give here for San Marcos. That is key. Cannot have a foul on the floor at this point.
Doubling the ball. And now Tamashiro will foul Hodges with 41 seconds to go. It looked like Cougars were trying to foul Hodges, who is a 73% free throw shooter on the year.
So setup they got going in the trap, initially looking for the steal. You give it about half the shot clock and then say, okay, we cannot afford to lose any more time on this. Let's go ahead and commit the foul.
Hodges knocks down the first. She's now got 2 points on the day, but 11 big rebounds for Olivia Hodges. 2 clutch free throws made by Olivia Hodges, and Jana Pearson will use a 30-second timeout here, down by 8 with 41 seconds left in this ball game. Now on this next possession, David, let's see what Jana Pearson draws up.
Oh, it has to be quick. You're chasing 8 points, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a 3, but you probably want to get this thing off within about 10 seconds of getting the ball in bounds to give yourself the best shot at it. Good thing for the Cougars is they still have one more timeout after this, so you can go made bucket timeout, set up a full court press, and see if you can try and get a takeaway after that. But look, right now for the Cougars, they've got a couple different scorers that are in pretty good rhythm. Camille Johnson hasn't hit a shot as of yet, but with Tamashiro, Morse, Hetrick, it's a good offensive group. Again, you got to get a shot up by right about 30 seconds and maybe even a little bit quicker than that.
Morse inbounds to Hetrick. The ball goes back to Morse. Morse driving right, and her pass is taken away by Asiasi. Tried to fit it into Okonkwo.
Jana Pearson calling for them to foul here.
And we have a timeout called by Torino Johnson with 23.5 seconds to go. It is a 30-second timeout. Cougars down by 8 on the defensive end here. They're going to need a takeaway, you would think, if they're going to have a chance to come back into this ball game.
And they almost got the foul in there on somebody in Fuentes, who if you could pick one to send to the free throw line, you'd probably pick her just in the case of volume. She's only 5 out of 7 on the season coming in, 1 for 2 in this game. You say it so often, you got to know the personnel, know who you want to foul. But you're in a situation here where you also don't have a lot of time to waste for San Marcos. You might have a second to get in the trap, try and jar it loose, but pretty much got to foul right away, and that's what Rory Hetrick will do.
Fidelis will go to the line to shoot free throws. She's a great three-point shooter, as we've seen already today. 4 for 10 from 3, but on the year, just 19 free throw attempts, and just 53% of those have gone in. First one hangs on the rim for what felt like quite a while, but ends up missing the basket. Fidelis 1 for 2 from the line. It's a 9-point lead for the Golden Eagles. Maddie Leyva checks in as a 3-point threat for San Marcos.
All right, so now down 9, 22 seconds to go. Got to be a 3 as quick as you can get off a decent look.
Maddie Leyva, good look for 3 off the back iron, and Fuentes ends up with the ball. She goes over to Fidelis, and Cougars have to foul Sophia Fidelis. She'll go back to the line shooting 2. Golden Eagles up 9 with 9.2 seconds to go. And it looks like the Golden Eagles are on the verge of a rare victory here in San Marcos. Fidelis knocks down her first free throw attempt.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of really good San Marcos teams in this matchup over the years. For the Cougars in those games, it was about their ability to defend Nicole Flannel. They could do it in a way that really nobody else in this league could. Big reason for all of that success. But look, this is a building where maybe you don't have so many great memories in. This is a really good win for Cal State LA. They took a good punch from San Marcos, one of the better offensive games for the Cougars on the season. I think for San Marcos, you're going to go back. You're going to like a lot of the looks you got in this game. You think about that one a moment ago. Maddie Leyva wide open from the corner. You'll take that when you can get it. Again, I think more good building blocks as they just continue to go through the gauntlet that is the CC2A.
Cal State San Marcos will stay at home. They're going to face Chico State on Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Cal State LA will go back home. They're going to face San Francisco State at 5:30 this coming Thursday, January 16th. Cougars will hope to get that first win of the season against Chico State.
That's going to be no easy task. The Wildcats 12-2, 7-1 on the season. We've seen Cal Poly Pomona dig out of a big hole against San Marcos in this gym this year. They're 12-2, 7-1. Cal State Dominguez Hills, of course, 15-0 coming into the day. It's a really good top 3 in this league this year, and I think you look at Ronas, and if Cal State LA can get her back, second best three-point shooter in the country, I think you'd have to throw them in as a pretty good top 4. It's going to be fun down the stretch in the CC2A this year. But now look, great win for Cal State LA, coming back, digging out of a hole. More good fight for San Marcos as they continue to build against this very tough schedule in the CC2A.
Well, thanks for tuning in to Flow Sports today. It was a great matchup between the Cal State San Marcos Cougars and the Cal State LA Golden Eagles, but the Golden Eagles do come out on top by a final score of 76-66. Sophia Fidelis led the way with 18 points for Cal State LA. Amaya Fuentes added 16, and Lily Buggs had 14. For the Cougars, it was Rose Morse and Tatum Tamashiro each with 16, and Rory Hetrick added 12 of her own. Cal State San Marcos fall to 0-13 on the year, 0-7 in conference play. The Cal State LA Golden Eagles improved to 9-4 overall and 4-4 in CCAA play. From David Gentili, my name is Cole Mirza. Big thank you to our sports information directors, Mindy Mills and Tyler Morrison. Make sure to tune in this coming Thursday when the Cougars take on Chico State right here on Flow Hoops.
Final score, Towson University of Los Angeles 74, Towson University of San Marcos 56. That's